What is going on, beautiful folks? Today, we're talking about how do narcissists behave? How do they act when they feel like you have them figured out? When they know that you know who they are, when the tricks don't work, when the tactics don't work anymore, when the manipulation just doesn't manipulate like it used to. How the hell do they act and behave? If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. Let's get it. Boom. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to another episode of the Narcissist Code. Lee Hammock, your favorite. You can't have a favorite. Diagnosed narcissist here. Yeah, y'all. How do narcissists act? How do they behave when they think that you have them figured out? When they know that you know deep down this is who they are. Like not even deep down, like surface level. Like I was saying earlier, like the manipulation doesn't work anymore. The tactics don't work. Like nothing hits the same like it used to. What do they do? Like, how do they treat you? What goes on in their minds when you have them figured out, when the exposure has been exposed? So typically, well, still snow in Florida, Florida. Yeah. What's going on, y'all? So typically, what happens is they try to change their behaviors, right? There's a few different things that they can do, but one of the main things that they do is that they would try to change their behaviors up, right? There are a lot of narcissistic people out there that once they feel like you know who they are, they might try to change what they do, change how they behave, change how they act, change a lot of the things about themselves in order to get you to stay, in order to manipulate you further, in order to, really realistically, in order to just keep you guessing. Like a lot of narcissistic people just like to keep you guessing. They don't like people to know who they really are. That's just the truth. They don't like people to know who they are. Because like the more you know who I am, the more exposed I feel like I am, right? The more you know about me, the more vulnerable I feel like I have to be. Like that's just the space of it. Like the more you know, the more I feel less protected, the more I feel less than. So happens to a lot of people. That's why they change their behaviors. Like if you ever say something to a narcissist like, I know everything about you, and they'll be like, oh, you do, huh? They'll start switching up how they act. They'll start switching up how they behave. Like their taste in music, their hobbies, their likes and dislikes, how they treat you, right? Absolutely, how they treat you. A lot of this stuff will start to be the same. What's going on? Like a lot of this stuff will start to be the same just because a lot of stuff will try to switch up just because, just like Sonya said, they want to keep you confused. Your confusion, y'all, let's be real, your confusion directly benefits that narcissistic person. That's just the truth of the matter. The more confused you are, the greater they feel like a benefit to them. The more confused you are, the greater the benefit to them. And this happens to a lot of people. This happens in a lot of these relationship dynamics. Like your confusion benefits them directly. So why wouldn't they want you confused? Why wouldn't they want you confused? Right? This is why a lot of times, like when the relationship ends with you, right? Because sometimes they'll discard you. Like if you know, when they figure out that you know who they are, they'll discard you because it's no longer fun. It's no longer fun to trick you, confuse you, to play the games with you, right? It's no longer fun. So what happens is they leave you, they'll be in a new relationship, or you leave them, right? They'll be in a new relationship and you don't recognize them anymore. You if y'all have kids together, whatever, you're still dealing with them in some way, shape, or form, right? You're still dealing with them. So once you keep dealing with them, in their minds, they're just like, okay, you're dealing with me like this. You're balancing me like this. This is what's going on. So they will switch up their behaviors in a new relationship. You'll be like, what the hell? Like they never liked to run. They never liked to go running. They never liked to jog. They never liked to go to the gym. They never liked to eat that type of stuff. They were never vegetarian when we were together. They were never on a carnivore diet when we were together. What the hell? Who is this person? Who have they become? Right? Because that will happen a lot to a lot of people right there. You don't know who they are right now because they've changed their behaviors up so much in a new relationship. So when you know, they'll switch it up. So if you reach out to them, guess what happens? If you decide to reach out to the new supply, right? If you reach out to the new supply, and start saying saying the truth of what you've been through, they don't believe you because this is a whole new person, right? They've changed up their tactics. They're not the same person that you were with, right? This is what happens. They change up the behaviors just enough, or their hobbies, their likes, dislikes, because to keep you guessing. Now you're more confused. And guess what happens? You might become jealous because now they seem changed for the new relationship, right? They've seen change for the new partner, right? They seem like they're so different, like the things are so much better in a new space. It tricks you, it confuses you. Right? You're like, hey, what did I do wrong? I can't I can't believe that they're like this. They didn't treat me this way. They were never like this with me. And guess what happens? Sometimes because this happens, you end up hoovering yourself. You reach out to them and welcome them back into your life because you think they've changed. Like you think that their behaviors have changed. So you reach out to them, you hoover them back, you reach out to them, you hoover yourself, and then like I said, you realize if you get back with them, guess what happens? They go right back to how they were treating you. You be like, no, I can't believe I fell for it. No. You start beating yourself over the head. So there's a lot of narcissistic people who will change their behaviors in new relationships. Yes, God can make change possible, but faith without works is there. You still got to put the work in. You know what I mean? You still got to, there's still work to be done here. Yes, who said this? Just like a chameleon. Absolutely, just like a chameleon. So, but they won't necessarily just be chameleons in a new relationship. They'll start being chameleons with you. It's kind of like they'll start shifting their behaviors while they're still with you, right? While they're still with you, they'll start shifting their behaviors and behaving differently and acting differently and doing this type of stuff because like they'll just depend on their environment to defend themselves, just like a chameleon. Chameleons don't just change colors for fun, y'all. When last time you saw a chameleon just changing colors for fun? A chameleon just like, you know what? Let me be yellow right now. Let me be blue. They don't just change colors for fun. Like they're not at the club changing colors to get some chameleon cheeks. They're not doing that, right? They're not just doing that type of stuff right there. But this does happen to so many people. They just change their colors and whatnot. So when they figured out that you know who they are, they'll get you. They will absolutely get you in this space right here. And somebody said this earlier. James said they ghost you. So yes, sometimes that's absolutely true. When they think you figured them out, some of them will absolutely ghost you and get rid of you. No explanation. You be like, what happened? I don't know what I did wrong. You figured them out. You didn't do anything wrong per se. To them, you did something wrong, but to the rest of the world, you did everything right. You know what I mean? Like in the rest of the world, for the rest of the world, you changed just enough. You did just enough. Like you did the right thing. You didn't stay with an abusive, manipulative person. You decided to dip out and protect your peace. So there's nothing wrong with protect. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with protecting your peace. I'll say it like that. You have to protect your peace in these situations. Some of them will absolutely ghost you, but if they ghost you, let them remain Casper. Because who said this right here? Like Angel said, ghosting can be so painful. Yeah, ghosting can hurt like hell. It absolutely can. Ghosting can absolutely be, it can be traumatic because you're like, what the hell happened? You go from talking to somebody every day for them to disappear on you. And like I said, this doesn't just have to be your boyfriend and girlfriend, husband, wife. This, like, yeah, I mean, y'all can have a family and they can ghost you. You're like, damn, they just left one day and never came back. Left me with the kids. Never hear from them again. They ghosted me. Turns out I found them on Facebook. They got a whole new family and act like we don't exist because I figured them out. Because I told them I know who they are. They figured it out. Y'all, I've heard these stories before. I hope y'all know that. Like I've heard a bunch of these stories before. When the narcissistic person is doing this type of stuff, they'll start a whole entirely new family in a whole entirely new state and ghost. And then the other person reaches out for child support and they'll fight it. I seen somebody leave 7 kids behind and start a whole new family. They live a wife and 7 kids behind, started a whole new family and expected the person not to ever to find them again. They got caught. And then the new wife, the new girlfriend or whatever, discarded him because you had 7 kids you weren't taking care of. And now he's mad at the ex. You can't believe you ruined my life. Even though I abandoned you with 7 kids, you ruined my damn life. So I can see that right there. Some people would rather be ghosted because you want them to leave you alone. I can get that as well. But once you figure them out, y'all, it's up to you. It's up to you to determine what course of action that you want to take. Once you figure them out, it's up to you to determine what direction that you want to go in, right? Excuse me, y'all. It's up to you to determine what comes next for you in a situation, because you have the power. Like, because once you figure them out, like, it's hard. Like, it's kind of like taking the red pill or the blue pill in the Matrix. Like, the red pill, you wake up; the blue pill, you stay asleep. Once you take the red pill, you can't see them any other way. Like, once you see them for who they really are, you can never see them in a different light, y'all. It's hard to see them after you kind of, once you've seen the world in 2020 vision, it's hard to go back to having astigmatism, right? It's hard to go back to having cataracts. Like, damn it, the world was so much clearer. It's hard to willfully do it. I don't know many people who have blurry vision or vision problems, right, in the real world, that if they had the opportunity to get 2020 vision, if they saw the world in 2020 vision, they would choose to go back to not seeing the world in this way. You know what I mean? They would not choose to go back to being willfully just, I can't see it. I don't want to see it again. I don't want to see it anymore. No. Yeah, this is live right now. Yes. But I'm gonna answer a question in a few minutes. This is what happens right here. I see him as a misguided soul, which can happen too. Because sometimes you can see them for who they really are. And they can absolutely be a misguided soul. What does that mean for you? What can you do? Are you going to try to guide their spirit? Are you like the boatsman? The old times, the Romans. I think the Romans did that. Like they put the quarters, they put the coins on the people who passed away, the warriors who passed away. They put the coins over their eyes to pay the boatsman to take them to heaven or whatever. Are you planning on being the boatsman? You see what I'm saying? What's going on, Scott Jackson? You gonna be the boatsman? You see what I'm saying? What can you do? Because you can see them for who they really are, and who they really are a lot of times is a damaged soul, right? Is a damaged person, is a hurt person. But what are you going to do about that? Don't let who they really are manipulate you into taking them back into any shape, way, or form, right? You don't want that to happen. You mean, who said this right here? They're hoping they see you as misguided and continue to waste your time. Yep. A lot of times they want you to see them as misguided and damaged. So you stay with them, and are they misguided and damaged? Yes, but they're also hurtful. They're also manipulative. They're also toxic. So all those things can be true at the same time, So one thing doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be one thing to be true. You know what I mean? Who said it hurt people? Hurt people do hurt people, right? But my friend Ben Taylor over at Raw Motivations, he said unhealed people hurt people, because not all hurt people, right? Because you might have been hurt in your childhood, but you don't come out here being manipulative. You don't come out here being abusive. So it's not necessarily that all hurt people hurt people. It's unhealed people hurt people, right? I like that Ben said that. They're also scheming to get supply. I would agree with that as well, y'all. A lot of them are always scheming. He won't access to your phone. Possibly. Are you gonna give them that access? You mean, is this something that you actually want to do? It's just like in these spaces when you're dealing with this manipulative, when you're dealing with these manipulative, these toxic behaviors, these toxic people, so to speak, you have to understand what power you have in these situations, right? What situations are you coming first, right? It really just depends on how you're going to look at it. Because, like I said, they will switch up their tactics, they will switch up their personality, they will become chameleons and change who they are to keep you further confused and manipulated. You be like, damn, do I really know this person? And this is why, this is one of the main statements that I hear when I'm doing my coaching, and whatnot. I do offer one-on-ones, my support group, everything. Look, coaching support groups available at mentalhealness.net. Check out my website for everything, right? But a lot of people say to me, damn, Lee, I feel like I never knew this person for who they really are. I don't know this person. I really never knew them. And that makes sense to me, because it's very hard and very difficult to know someone whose personality is so malleable and so it can switch on a damn dime damn near, right? This can happen to so many people. This is what does happen to so many people, right? It's very difficult to deal with that. So you have to ask yourself, as you're trying to heal and as you're trying to move forward, once you see them for who they really are, what what are you going to do about it? Because one thing you have to accept when you're dealing with a manipulator, with a narcissistic person, is that they don't change their behaviors. They just change their tactics. They're trying to get their needs met, right? They're trying to get their needs met and whatnot. The switch up be crazy, but when you know what's happening, it's like the boy who cried wolf in real time. Yep, absolutely. You see it, and then you can sometimes you'll see the switch up in real time, right? Once you so sometimes once you see them for who they really are, the switch up will happen right in front of your face. They'll go from being angry at you to crying, to being happy, to being angry again. You see, you be like, what the hell? Hey, y'all, this chameleon broken. They just keep changing colors right in front of my face. They're not even trying to hide anymore. They don't know what color to change into. They don't know what works. They don't know what tactic works. And y'all, one of the things that I really hate to see people say is like, one of the things I hate to hear people say is that like, I don't know who they are, but I took them back. You mean, or they started crying. That's what it is. They start crying. They started crying, Lee, and I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know what to do. They just started crying, and it hurt so badly. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to react. So I took them back. I'm like, yo, if they are crying in front of you, I hate what they just say. They started crying. They were super angry, and then they started crying, and I didn't know what to do. Didn't know how to handle it. I hate when the fake tears come out. The fake tears. They never cried before, but now they are. Yeah, they never are. Rhonda said 2020. There you go. Power up. You did not follow that stay-at-home order. You did not stay at home, did you? The broken chameleon is so perfect. Yeah, I was just telling you. They don't know what color to change into, so they just changing into all the colors because they don't know which one is actually going to work right here. And that happens to so many people, right? That a lot of times they will absolutely throw a damn temper tantrum towards you if they're feeling hurt, if they're feeling manipulated, if they're feeling drawn out. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, or Mrs. Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde too. I mean, there's some women narcissists out there too. I know what you mean. There's some female narcissists out there. No, it ain't just the men. It ain't just the fellas. It ain't just the fellas. I got the look of disgust. Yeah, when you see them who they really are, sometimes they'll just look at you like you just nasty as hell, like you just filthy dirty. Like, ugh, sissy. I lost the dress. They'll look at you like that. Sometimes, right? They'll look at you like you're a horrible, evil, dirty ass person, and there's nothing you can do right there. This is what they do. Good question, Mike. What did Mike ask? I'm just scrolling, y'all. I'm just scrolling through. Do you think some narcissists also have BPD? Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. A guy, one of my peeps I met on the platform. His name is the Bat Wolf. He has BPD and NPD. I think he does as well. I don't know if the nameless narcissist also has BPD. I think he might have said he has BPD traits as well. So there's some male narcissists with BPD traits. I think most female narcissists lean more into BPD than just NPD. I think the Bat Wolf, the Bat Wolf, yes. Steven, the Bat Wolf, and Jacob, the nameless narcissist. What do they get out of stealing things? What kind of pleasure does this give them? Sometimes it gives them a high. I don't know if narcissists are the ones that steal things. There's some people who are just kleptomaniacs who just like the chase. There are rich people who steal shit. You know what I mean? They don't mean they're narcissists. So yeah, I got time for a few questions, y'all. If y'all want to drop a few questions in the chat, I got time for a few questions and whatnot. If y'all want to just drop them on me right now. Mississippi's in the house. The games they play are insane. Absolutely. Yes. I saw this right here. He was on Facebook talking dirty to other women, and then he blamed it on me, and he made me apologize. Made you apologize for seeing it. Yeah. Once you figured them out, they try to make you apologize for seeing who they really are. You know, for seeing who they really are. You have to apologize for you don't want to be happy, do you? You stalking you insecure, you stalking my social media. Rah, 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 blah, 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 boo, 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 bee, bee, bee. That's what a lot of them would do. Jacob looks so young. I don't know if he had any surgery, but he's super young. I think he's like 24. He is super young. What a new podcast dropping. So y'all, just like April said, my podcast is coming out soon, y'all. The Mental Illness podcast is going to be filming virtual episodes. I'm going to drop the link. I'll drop the link in it. Like, if y'all want to register, if y'all in North Carolina, I would love to do it in person, but come and do in person and virtual podcasts here soon. So I'm gonna drop the link in the comment section if y'all want to register to be on the podcast. I'll do virtual as well, y'all. The link is in the comment section right in the comments right now. It looks like this. It looks like this. It's not spam. It's my Google Doc. It's my Google link to for people to register to be on the podcast. I'm doing. I said you're in North Carolina. Want to do an in-person one? I do it in person in Raleigh, Durham, Hillsborough area. I'll also be doing virtual podcasts as well. I'm probably gonna start doing some virtual ones because like the snow is messing. I live in the Raleigh Durham area, and the snow is messing school up and stuff like that. So I will be doing this type of stuff. I live in Raleigh Durham. Yes, we'll be in Atlanta. I gotta call Nia tonight about the Atlanta workshop. I keep forgetting, y'all. I got a lot of stuff. Atlanta coming up too soon. April, you know everything. You know everything. But yeah, this is what's going on, y'all. There's so many. We have so many different things coming up here pretty soon. When they threaten, are the threats just to cause fear, or they follow through? So I would say take all threats seriously, right? I would say take all threats seriously because one thing I've learned as I've been dealing with narcissistic people and learning more about the behaviors and the personality disorder is that I don't put anything past anyone. The quiet, diminutive narcissist can turn into an unaliver overnight, right? They can turn into an unaliver overnight. They can try to hurt you or harm you, be evil, all types of stuff. Even though the quiet ones, like I don't think they don't ever say they would never do that. They would never do that. They wouldn't do that. I don't think they would do that, y'all. I'm just telling you, those are famous last words for a lot of different people. I promise you, they are, and whatnot. An hour away. What part of North Carolina are you in? An hour away could be anywhere. Could be Greensboro. Could be Reidsville. Could be Eden. Orlando. Yeah, I'll be doing one in Orlando. I'll be doing one. We will be doing Georgia, Florida, North Carolina. There's a lot coming up, y'all. I just have to sit down. School being out this week has thrown a monkey wrench in a lot of the stuff I've had planned. So it just kind of sucks, right? School's being out this week has kind of thrown a monkey wrench in everything. Like all my kids are to school, except for my baby girl. She goes to daycare. Well, not a daycare. She's in a preschool when they have been out too. Yeah, he threatens me too. So a lot of times the power is in the threat, but take the threat seriously. Don't be like, if you leave me, I'm going to do this. Don't be afraid to leave now. Make a plan. Don't just stay stuck for 20, 30, 40 years because you're scared to leave because they think they're going to hurt you, right? Stay safe. Make a plan. Chicago is definitely on the list too. Chicago is definitely on the list. I'm just looking at who said that? True, he kicked the couch at me, but said he didn't count as hitting. Yeah, it's hitting. Oh yeah, no, that's actually domestic violence right there. He kicked the couch at you and hit you with it. That's a lot of people will qualify that as domestic violence. Just because they don't use these doesn't mean it's not physical abuse. That's a lot of people will consider that physical abuse. Amen. Yes. Can a mental health therapist be a narcissist? Absolutely, yes. There are absolutely some narcissistic mental health therapists out there. Somebody literally just went on somebody literally just hopped off the live and filled out the form for the podcast. Well, thank y'all. He steals my personal belongings. Yeah, sometimes if they're stealing your belongings, that means that you might have a klepto on your hand, right? You might have an old klepto narcissist on your hands. They're stealing your belongings and stuff like that. That's kind of wild. That's kind of crazy, right? They're doing that type of stuff. But that's something you have to consider. Glad to see you too, April. Thanks for hopping in the live. Oh yeah. So I have a playlist on my channel called Self-Aware Sundays. Search up my Self-Aware Sundays playlist, y'all, because that's a very, very long-winded. I can't give you a short answer on that question. Sweet Willow, they do what they want when they want. No accountability. Is everyone else's fault. Yeah, it's everyone else's fault. But in my mind, if you stay with me, then you're agreeing that it's your fault. You're agreeing that it's everybody else's fault. You're agreeing. There's no accountability if you choose to stay with me or come back to me or keep sleeping with me or whatever the case may be, right? They don't kill. You'd be surprised. Don't say that. They will steal your life. You see what I'm saying? Some of them will steal your life. Don't say that. He took my leggings. I must have looked good in them. he might be looking good in them leggings right now. that's such a specific thing to steal. Trish, he might be looking good in them leggings right now. That's such a specific thing to steal. He hasn't talked to us in 13 days. Is that a good thing? Is it a good thing? I feel like that's for you to decide right there. Is it a good thing just because it's 13 days? You mean just be safe. He might come back. You know what I mean? Yeah, he might be styling them leggings with some boots, with some UGG boots. I'm in my new home, so my place, my dog. There you go. Stay safe. Stay safe. I love that. I love that. The new leggings drew the line. Yeah, he got them those he took some of them booty shaping leggings. Took them the booty shaping leggings, them Halaro ones you see on TikTok. gave him some bounce. Sorry, hold on, y'all. Every time I try to click one, the comments are going up. She cloned my phone. That's dangerous. It's kind of psychotic right there, being realistic. How do you expose a narcissist without coming across as bitter? It really just depends, right? You're gonna come across as bitter regardless. I just feel like be safe. It doesn't matter how it looks. You're gonna look bitter anyway to certain people. Like, why would you say this years later? Why would you stay with them? Why would you have babies with them? Why would you do this? Why would you do that? Blah blah blah. Rah 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 rah. You know what I'm saying? Rah rah rah. Vanda, what's going on? He leave the new supply shirts and our son's Google bag doing exchanges. Throw them shits away. The new supply got a shirt, a book bag. I'm gonna that's my new car cleaning rag now. I don't give a fuck what's on the shirt. That's what I use to wipe the car down after that, or clean the ice off the windshield or something like that. You know, clean the tires with that shit. You ain't getting it back. It's in the book bag now. Hell no. That's my new rag right here. It's my new anything rag. That's a rag you put in the kitchen floor to clean up everything. Hell no. Hell no. What about unalive themselves threats? So take those seriously as well, right? I'll always take those unaliving threats seriously, because you just never know if they'll follow through with that. But most times they're using that to manipulate you. So I say take it seriously, because let's just say they're serious about unaliving themselves, right? Do you think that they will leave you behind? Yeah, you hear about people unaliving themselves, but a lot of times you hear about them taking you out first and then taking themselves out because they don't want to face the consequences. You see what I'm saying? So take those seriously in that aspect of things, y'all. Don't stay. They unalive themselves. Don't stay with them just because they do that. Like, I'm gonna unalive myself. I'm gonna do it. If you don't come back here, I'm gonna do it. You were strangling their past life. Oh goodness. Wipe down the toilet seat with them rags. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those are cleaning cloths now. Now I don't have to go to the store to find a toilet cleaning rag. Yay! You know what I'm saying? Yay! But yeah, I do have to hop off this thing. Y'all be safe. Take care of yourselves. Welcome. My group, my courses, everything is available at mentalhealness.net. One-on-ones, coaching courses. My support group called the Mental Healers is on there as well, y'all. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. And as always, y'all, mental healness is out. Peace.